Thank you, President Aoun, and greetings to the trustees, faculty, and staff. Nancy Caruso, who was actually my co-op advisor in 1964, she sent me off to my very first co-op job. Thank you, Nancy. To the class of 2012, the graduates, but to the real VIPs here, the family and friends of the graduates who sacrificed and supported you during however many years it took you to get here. It's a double honor for me to be standing here at this microphone, both receiving an honorary degree and being invited to address you. Having lived through two of my own Northeastern commencements, it never occurred to me that I would ever be so honored and burdened to say something significant, memorable, and inspiring. The commencement address is in a Toastmaster category all by itself, seemingly endless and seldom remembered by the graduates, full of platitudes, but preserved forever in the institution's archives. Trust me, having lived through more than almost 40 of them during my lives at MIT and Duke, and having read almost 100 of them delivered by presidents of the United States that are housed in my presidential libraries, I can attest to it. So I'll be taking heart to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's advice on public speaking. I'll be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Let me start by reminding you that your education, as the President said, doesn't stop here. You've committed yourself to a life of learning. In an op-ed piece in today's New York Times, David Brooks captures it exactly. He says, "People learn from people they love and remember the things that arouse emotion." You sit here today surrounded by those people, your families and your faculty, so stand up and let them know how much you appreciate what they've done for you. I'm sure that your undergraduate commencement speaker challenged each of you to make a difference, to give back, and in general, make the world a better place. So this is your wake-up call, especially for those of you receiving your terminal degrees. Isn't that a horrible phrase, your terminal degree? This is the last time you're going to be so challenged, which just increases the burden on me to convince you that you really can make a difference. Your graduate work here at Northeastern has given you the special competencies necessary to be productive in your own fields of study. More importantly, the role of the university is to make you citizens of the world, prepared to work across geographic, language, and cultural barriers to solve problems. And your problem-seeking skills are in greater demand than ever before. So I challenge you to think about how you'll use the degree you're receiving today to make the world a better place. We're anxiously awaiting your arrival on the industrial, educational, cultural, and government scene to take your place alongside those of us who have preceded you, to educate us with your newly gained knowledge, to push us with your can-do attitude, and to reflect honor back on your alma mater. I encourage you to be bold, create your own opportunities, and be persistent. Reflect upon how your new degree can be put to use personally, locally, nationally, or internationally to address the problems of society. Don't underestimate your own potential and capacity. Today's problems need fresh solutions and newly minted degrees addressing them. Take risks, open doors, be informed, get involved. Assume responsibility, exercise your rights, make sacrifices, be your brothers and sisters' keeper, work for the common good, make a difference. And if you're searching for a grand plan, stop looking. As Steve Jobs put it in a commencement speech he gave at Stanford in 2005, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life, unquote. So let me plant a seed. Consider government service, either public office or the workforce. This is a universal pitch to U.S. and international graduates. Your government needs you. In this country, where the American public's attitude toward the government, workforce, and elected officials is at the lowest it has ever been. According to a recent Pew Research Center study, distrust, discontent, anger, and partisan rancor are at an all-time peak. The need for hardworking, caring graduates is great. The benefits are great. The opportunity to work for the good of a municipality, state government, or to be a member of the federal workforce is truly rewarding. Take it from someone who never considered government service as a career. The past 2.5 years have been the most rewarding of my career, and I can attest to the fact that you can make a difference. I'm sure that most of you think that you have lots of time to get serious about this challenge of making the world a better place. 40 years ago, I was sitting out there thinking the same thing. But let me tell you, our time here is short, our paths unpredictable, and each passing day adds to the urgency of the mission of making the world a better place. Steve Jobs again was prescient in that Stanford address when he said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary," unquote. My own sense of urgency increases exponentially every day, and I'm guided by a quotation which sits on my desk on Pennsylvania Avenue. As a literature major here, I've long been moved by the words of a shepherd named David, and I start each day with these 7 lines from Psalm 90. "Teach us to comprehend the shortness of our days, so that our hearts will prove wise, to use each and every moment so that all of them count for something valuable in your sight, to wring the highest possible good from each day, to spend well the little priceless time you have allotted to each of us." So Northeastern graduate class of 2012, go forth and use each and every moment to wring the highest possible good from each day. Thank you.